and welcome to Community Spotlight. Today I have two special guests. One is CHLOE-OLIVIA and Sid. They're both two extraordinary youths here, and I'm going to start out with CHLOE-OLIVIA sharing some of the things that you do in the community.
I am CHLOE-OLIVIA. I'm 13 years old. I am a singer, a songwriter, actress, motivational speaker, and also a pianist. I actually play for two different churches right now. So.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you.
I noticed you said you started an anti-bullying campaign. What made you start that, and how many years have you been on this journey?
I have been on this journey for about 3.5, 4 years now. I actually started my latter part of my 4th grade year because I was bullied myself. I was bullied all throughout my elementary years. I was kicked, I was slapped, I was pushed up against the wall by a teacher. I was told that back in the day you would have been my slave and that you should be a slave whipped and tied to a tree. And all these things were happening and no one was doing anything. My teachers, they weren't doing anything, and my parents, they went out and pushed as far as they could. So they homeschooled me the latter part of my 4th grade year, and that just gave me time to really find out what I wanted to do and figure out that music is my passion and that acting is what I want to do, and writing as well. So that really did help me.
It's a form of release for you then.
Yes, definitely.
Good, good. So many attempts people have made of suicide. Some have succeeded. Has this thought ever been considered, and how did you handle it?
Yes, I did. In my 4th grade year, I did, what's the word I'm looking for?
Contemplate?
I did. I contemplated suicide, and I wrote on my desk different little things that were leading up to it, that I should kill myself, that I don't like myself, I hate myself. And I was writing it, and all my teacher did was told me that I had to erase it, and she didn't do anything about it. She didn't tell my parents, she didn't email them, she didn't call them and think that this was actually a concerning idea. So basically, I actually had to stay home for two days and went to the hospital because I was like just sick, like literally physically sick. So I didn't let my mom know until about 3 years later, and I didn't let my mom or my dad know ever about it. So it kind of helped me when I let them know about it and let my mom know about it, because she's been asking me for years and I always denied it, but I finally did come to her and told her the fact that I did think about it. So it's really, really concerning, and that's why I want to let other kids know that they are worth it and they don't have to go through the same thing that I went through if they have the help that they need.
Okay. Well, let me ask you about your campaign. When you do have an event, what does it consist of?
Well, usually I'm always going around singing and songwriting and just sharing, my music with like other students, other parents, other teachers, just different people. They're always pointed directly to everyone, anyone. So
that is great. I mean, that you have that. Is it like a 2-hour performance, 2-hour show, or?
It really just depends on where I go. Like usually there's like school events, there's back to school events, and there are also church events. There are big, conventions. There are auditions for like acting roles. There are, it just depends on where I go and what I do, and I'll speak or I'll sing. So.
That's really good for you. Okay, what are some of your awards you received for the fight?
I received actually 4 last year. I went to the Gospel Image Awards in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I received the Youth Award there. I also went to Atlanta, Georgia last year, and that was at the People's Praise Factor's Choice Awards. I won 3 out of 5 awards there. I had a lot of my family and different supporters and CHLOE-OLIVIANs, as I call them, supporting me and rooting for me and always nominating all the time.
Wonderful.
So I won the Outstanding Leader of the Year, Writer of the Year, and also Artist of the Year that very same night. So it was really overwhelming, but it was really it was really amazing, and I felt so honored to get those awards.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I can see how humble you are. So amazing that you have all that going for you, and you still have a humble spirit. That's great.
Thank you.
Where do you said you're 13, right?
Yes.
So where do you see yourself by the time you graduate high school?
I see myself a lot farther in my career as far as music and actually acting. I've been acting since probably about 4th or 5th grade. And it really did help because my mom already, she was acting as well. So it kind of helped. She gave me like little, tips and stuff like that, and learn all of it from the best. So I definitely see myself doing it.
Thank you, Mom. Okay, and what genre of music do you write, sing, and play?
I sing and write a lot of inspirational. I write about different things that go on in your life, whether it's good, whether it's bad, and it's really good for me because it makes other people feel like, oh, I'm not the only one going through that. I know someone else that went through it. I know someone that's writing about it. I know someone that's acting, about it. I like to write a lot of real stuff.
Yes.
Always
that's what
coming
we
from the
need.
heart.
No more fake reality.
Right.
We need real stuff. Okay. Well, I understand, Sid. I'm going to bring you in now. That you have something to do with CHLOE-OLIVIA's music.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
want to share with us?
Yes, I do a lot of drumming for her, and I'm going to be helping with producing on the next upcoming project that we'll be doing.
All right.
And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. So what do you do? What do you bring in?
I drum, produce, any instrument that I will pick up and I'm very interested, I'll learn it, and I'll learn it as fast as I possibly can.
Okay, good. Well, I have some questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you give us an introduction of you first so I can ask the questions, because I know you do more than just drum.
Okay. I'm Sydney Smith. I'm 13 years old, and I've been surrounded by music all my life, basically, and I love it. It's amazing.
Wonderful. So, do you have something called Beats?
I have my production label is Sid's Beats,
Okay.
and then Sid's Beats LLC. So that's my, I'd say, company on the side of it.
Okay.
And,
I don't mean to rush you.
no, that's all right.
How old were you when you started playing the drums?
I was 1 year and 8 months old. My parents told me, I couldn't believe it at first, but
Wow.
They told you played the drums?
well, I was
That's
picking up, holding tempos and everything. It was great.
So who discovered you that you were good?
My grandma, actually,
okay.
Carolyn Wright.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't know her, but okay. She helped you. She discovered you by, how did that happen?
I forget how exactly, but from what I remember, she was singing, and I had grabbed like a spoon or something and just like kept the beat going and everything. It was great.
Oh yes, that's what children do. But you're making a career out of it. Awesome. What age were you when you sealed your first drumming gig?
I was 10 years old.
Wow.
I was 10 years old.
It's amazing.
That's great.
And by that time, you were already really, really getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm amazed. Okay, so who do you currently drum for?
Vision Church, CHLOE-OLIVIA, countless others behind the scenes.
Okay, countless others. Can you name somebody or?
William Blunt.
Okay. Okay, I saw that name too on your profile. Do you play any other instruments?
I play baritone saxophone, keyboard a little bit, any percussion item I can get in my hands.
Oh, wow. Yeah, percussion is all of you, huh?
I love it.
I love it, he says. What caused you to explore this area of music with the beats?
When I was in 4th grade, I was 9 or 10 years old, and my school had given us a computer, and there was an app called GarageBand on there, and with me falling in love with music at a very young age, I just saw the word band, and I clicked on it, and I've been working on it since then.
Wonderful.
I've loved it.
Wonderful. Okay, so you get some lessons from GarageBand too to keep it up.
Mm-hmm. I started off in GarageBand. I'm working on other websites and everything.
Okay, great. And who are your musical influences?
Zaytoven. Who else? Sonny Digital, Metro Boomin. A lot of producers. Nick Mirror. A lot of them.
Wow. So that's good. You have someone to kind of keep you challenged.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I want to be on top.
You want to be on top. That's where we want to be, yes. And at this point, how many soundtracks would you estimate that you have created?
100 plus. It has to be over. It's over 100 because I started at a very young age and I'm still doing it. So
that's amazing. 100 plus. I wish you had spoons right now. We could hear the beats, but that's okay. I understand that you guys have a project coming up.
Yes.
Have we shared that? No, we haven't shared that. What? Give me some of you first.
Well, definitely. It's gonna definitely be fun. You're gonna hear some things that usually my songs that are out right now are, some of them are fast, some of them are slow, but you're gonna hear like a lot of different kind of genres kind of in this new project. Mm-hmm. You'll definitely hear different things that you've never really heard from me before. You wouldn't really know what to expect, but definitely. And that's just kind of how I, come up with creating songs. It's just right on the dot, I don't know what genre, what it's going to be, but I just know that I'm going to write and it's going to be something real. So.
Something real and something good, I bet.
Yes.
Yes, look forward to hearing you too.
Thank you.
So you play the piano, you say?
Yes, I do.
So how old were you when you started to play the piano?
I was actually 3 years old. I had a little, I remember it was a little play toy keyboard. And we got a small one, but we upgraded to a bigger one, probably like 20-something keys. And I was sitting there, and we were listening to the radio, and Our God is an Awesome God came on. So I remember standing there, and we had a little fireplace, and I was sitting there. The keyboard was backwards, and I was standing on top of it. Yeah, so I was like literally standing on top of it, and I start playing Our God is an Awesome God with my toes. And that's when my parents saw that I had to get lessons, and I was actually not even old enough to get lessons, because we went to the lady, and she was like, oh, well, you have to be 5 years old and know your numbers and letters. But I had started writing my name at 2, and I already knew my letters and numbers. So she took me in, and I played it with my fingers that time, and she was like, okay, I'll take her.
Wow.
So ever since then, I've been going to piano lessons. So I'm classically trained, and I also play by ear.
Okay, so do you still play with your toes?
No, sadly not. I wish I could, though. Probably be on America's Got Talent by now with that.
There you go. Okay, that's funny. So how many songs would you say that you have written in 4 years of your writing?
Probably about 90, I believe. About 90. I counted them recently, and it was probably about 90.
You two are very serious. You have 100 plus, you have 90 plus, or 90. That's amazing. So you guys I look forward to seeing you when you get where you're going.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I do.
We'll let you know.
Oh, thank you. What big recording do you have coming up with, shall I say, PBS?
Yes, PBS and UNC TV.
And UNCT, and there's one more.
We actually were with Sid and the State Fair, as well as my bass player. We were there, and I don't even know, it was my first time playing all together with Sid and just as a band. And we were there, and it was almost like nothing could stop us.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We got turkey legs and everything.
It was very energetic.
And we got to meet Clifford and, oh my God, an author. My mom was just overwhelmed. Our moms were overwhelmed. They were like just yelling the whole time. It was hilarious, but we loved it and it was fun. So it was really fun working with PBS. So we are going to be working with them on a new campaign.
Yes.
And this time it is Girl Power campaign, and I am actually one of the 10 girls that are going to be sharing their story and just like sharing different things that we went through and the things that we do now, and what we do in the community, as well as like, you know, to the group that we're going to.
I understand you have a brand name.
Yes, it's CHLOE-OLIVIA Entertainment. CHLOE-OLIVIA is just my name, and CHLOE-OLIVIans is the name that I use for all my supporters. There's just too many. I know. There's like just way too many.
So instead of gladiators, they're say that again?
CHLOE-OLIVIans.
CHLOE-OLIVIans.
Yes, definitely. I actually have a hashtag, which is hashtag CHLOE-OLIVIans. And I actually made a new one, another one called CHLOE-OLIVIA Does It Again, and we just posted
that's awesome.
on so we just posted on everything that we do, TV interviews, radio interviews, performances, you name it. It's hashtag CHLOE-OLIVIA Does It Again and hashtag CHLOE-OLIVIans. So.
Oh, I like that. I do. So am I too old to be a CHLOE-OLIVIA?
No one's too old. We got from 13. 0 to 100 over here.
Okay. Well, I'll check it out. I'll check that out. I like that. And so you said something about a campaign of singing Girls Power?
Yes, it is called Girl Power, and it's for, you know, PBS. We're basically just, you know, inspiring other people, other girls, and they're actually going to be using my song, Crazy Kinda Beautiful, the one that you heard earlier. They're going to be using that one, and that is their theme song. So I'm very, very, very excited because PBS is like our whole childhood. You know, we go way back.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so definitely I'm so excited. And it's actually going to be happening like near the month of my birthday. So I'm really excited about that. So,
right. Well, happy to hear that. You can have celebration and celebration.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. So when's your birthday? Look forward to it. Not your, you don't have to share your birthday, but what month is it?
It's in May.
Okay.
So.
All right, so look forward to May of your Girl Power campaign.
Definitely.
And are you a part of this too with your drumming, with your Sid
I don't know
beats?
yet. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely be bringing him on with like
there you go.
drumming and things
part of
things
it.
that we do there. So.
Okay, good. That sounds good. Let me ask you some questions, Mr. Sid Beats. Okay, so we got that one. Did we share who do you currently drum for?
Yes, ma'am.
We did that? Okay. And what age did you begin producing soundtracks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let me go to some other ones. What are your musical? We did that. Oh, I guess we did you. Wow. So do you have anything else to share about in regard to doing your Sid beats or performing with other performers, producing?
Yes. I would say over the years of producing and learning, like you'll never stop learning. Like it doesn't matter how long you've been doing something, you'll never stop learning. Mm-hmm. And like I love when you work together with a different artist like CHLOE. Like they say, 2 minds is better than one. It's like you might have an idea, they might have a totally opposite idea, but when you combine it, it's amazing.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really easy working with someone like Sid because he's young as well, like me, and he started at a young age, and he plays by ear just like me. So it's very easy to work with someone like Sid, and as well as like me also being classically trained and classically taught as well, and like as far as my piano skills, I guess, and also being like, you know, trained in like acting and stuff like that. It's very, very easy, and it's just, I don't know, it just comes out of you, and it's just a gift, and it's really cool when gifted children come together.
It's true. I'm feeling the energy right now. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you something. When you did all your acting and singing and everything, did you travel? Did you travel, go around to many states?
Definitely. I actually went to the Apollo probably about last year. I auditioned for them, didn't make it, but
That's
it's okay. I
Did you
go.
love the thing?
Yes, I did. It was amazing. Being in the theater was so cool. Like, we were up. I don't even know how many stories, but I don't know. It was just like never ending. We were just up there. But we auditioned for the Apollo behind the scenes and stuff like that. Did AGT 2 years in a row, didn't make it, but it's really fun when you meet, other kids and other people that are auditioning. There would be times where people just stand up in the middle of the whole audition and just start singing, and everybody will just start literally harmonizing with them, and somebody will be on their guitar, somebody else is on their banjo. It's it's crazy. You never know what to expect, and that's what I learned from this whole career, is that you never know what to expect, who you'll meet, what you'll do, what you'll end up doing, and it's just really full of surprises. So that's really what I like about this career and this business.
Never stays the same.
Never stays the same. Never stays the same.
You learn something new every day, probably.
Always.
Yes. So, in your other, do you guys have something coming up soon, or is it still in the works?
It's still in the works.
Still in the works.
Okay, because I would love to see that. So, anything else you want to share? I mean, I have a few more minutes. Did you tell me the states you went to?
Yes.
Again, you did? Nashville? My bad. Okay, well, I'm going to just go ahead and just ask you some questions on my own then. Okay, those were my other questions.
Okay.
So you're both 13. Do you go to the same high school?
No.
We're actually not in high school yet.
Oh, yeah, you're
graduating.
still in middle school.
Yeah, I can't get that far. I'm just looking, and I'm like, no, torture.
So what grade are you in?
I'm in 8th. Yeah.
8th?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Wow, you guys look so mature and just like movie stars. No. Very talented. I'm very excited about you guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, I still have 10 minutes. So, can you think of something to share with me?
Any questions you have?
Any question you have? I have.
Any question you?
Any question I have? Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm going to. Okay, my question is, let's see. Promise. Can you give some of the words to your song, or not yet?
On Crazy Kind of Beautiful.
Yeah, I want to hear that. I mean, I've heard it, but I want to hear some of the lyrics, 'cause that's a great title.
Definitely. The beginning does say that I could be weak or I could be strong, but that doesn't mean that you have to bully me at all. And all the lyrics are so real to me, and what I've been, what I went through, what I've been going through. But it always pushes. I see little girls. I see. I call them my little sisters. I see little girls. I see little guy. Everybody is going around just singing the words to my song, and it really makes me feel good. I did a concert during the summer last year, and it was it was a pretty big one, and we did different things with the community and stuff. And the little girls were going around. They're just like, "Oh, I want my shirt cut like yours." And because we have a shirt that says "Crazy Kind of Beautiful," with the title of the song on it. And they walk around it with this little slits in their their shirts and stuff, tied it up and wear however they want to. And they're just like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah. I get stopped by little girls all the time. It's it's really it's really happy.
That's
Makes
good.
me really happy.
And you're setting a good example for the young ladies that are coming up too.
Definitely make sure that I set a good example.
And the
for
young
them.
men that are coming up as well. So keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So how far do you think are you planning to go? You planning to go to Hollywood with your acting?
Yeah, definitely. I did stage acting for a while, and I still do, but I also, know how to switch and make it go to film and different things like that. So I'm definitely I want to go as far as film acting as well and be flexible, to anything.
Yes, you have a good range, both of you. You have a good range, because when I first saw you photograph, I thought you were a little older.
Yeah, yeah. People say I could pass that until probably about 18. That's about it.
Yeah. So those are you could, with makeup, you could even look older, but you can also be younger because you are young.
Oh yeah, that's the best thing about acting on camera.
Yeah.
Is you could just be whatever, yeah, definitely.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Technology these days.
Technology.
Oh, and it's ever
man.
changing. Are you guys up to date with the technology?
Oh, yes.
Oh gosh, yes.
You
We
have
got
to
the
be.
iPhones, the Apples, the Chromebooks, you name them, we got them.
Wow. Wow. So you have to be like that to keep up
Oh,
with your
yeah.
own
Yep,
careers.
Logic Pro. I'm getting a MacBook,
Gizmo.
so it's
Oh,
it's
that's
definitely.
great. That's great. You guys sound focused.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, definitely. AB honor roll straight up. Always have to hit it. Always have to hit it. You have to have your education and your ground for education before you get to the outside and the athletics, the singing, the acting. That's what I always learned. And my mom doesn't even have to tell me to do my homework. I can walk in, get a snack. All right, Mom, I'm in my room doing my homework. Call me when you need me. Okay.
Oh,
And I'll just be in there. There have been nights that I had to stay up to 1 or 2 because I did not want to not have that homework done before the morning. I will stress out.
oh.
I will stress out,
Well,
But,
kudos to
yeah.
your parents for raising you guys the way they did and taking the time to even consider your gifts.
Yeah,
I'm sure
definitely.
you've met people who have gifts, but they're not supported.
Yeah, definitely.
So we definitely give you guys kudos too because you're sticking with it and you're not making a fool of yourselves. You're actually producing and actually making records, and that's pretty great.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Okay, somebody's walking here on me. So I'm going to just ask a few more questions, not too
Okay.
many. Let's see. Do you have any siblings? Anybody else in your family that plays?
Yes, I have my little brother. He drums and he's, getting Sid's seen him. He's getting the hang of it. He's drumming with me. I don't know. There are days that he wants to play the piano, and there are days that he doesn't want to. And I don't know. He'll be like, "Oh, Sissy, can you teach me this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I teach him, and then he doesn't practice for the next 2 or 3 days. But it's all cool because we have all the resources at our house. I have many music books that I've been through, and many books that my dad's been through. So it's pretty crazy. He has a little drum set on the side. He's 9 years old now, but he's So he's
That's great.
drumming, but he's definitely in the athletics as well, and he's actually A honor roll now. So
Wonderful.
Yes.
And with sports.
yes.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I think we said 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm glad you guys came today.
Thank
Did
you.
you get anything out of it while
Definitely.
you're here?
Definitely.
Okay. Some nuggets to take back with you?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and wrap this up, and I'm going to just thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you for
Both
having
of you.
us. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Sid Beats and CHLOE-OLIVIA. And I want to talk about being a